everybody, it is Julie and welcome back to Pages and Pens. I have for you a little bit of, I guess, end of the month book haul slash birthday month book haul. I don't know what I'm going to call this video, but I have a couple more orders of books and a stop into Barnes & Noble's for their 20% off member discount, and I figured I might as well show you guys so that I can start reading. Oh my gosh. So I can start reading and get this stuff up on my shelves, even though I legitimately have no more room on my shelves because I only have this bookshelf and the bottom part is storage drawers. So this shelf here that you see, that's my first shelf, and then I have 1, 2, so I've got 4 shelves, and one whole shelf is taken up with my book. So I don't have a ton of room for books. I'm gonna have to come up with better solutions or better stacking options. I'll have to figure something out. I don't know. But I do have more books, so let's jump into it. So first up, and this is just shameful, but I got J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan. I don't have a copy of this, and that's ridiculous, seeing as the title of my book is Shoot Down the Wendy Bird, and how Tinkerbell is everywhere. And she's even in front of me. You guys can't see her, but I have my little Halloween Tinkerbell. For some reason, I just never had this book. So this was severely discounted. It was in the clearance section, and then it was 20% off on top of that. So I don't know what the actual ending price was, but I was just really excited to have a copy for my bookshelf. And it's got the nice deckled pages, and yeah, just looked really pretty. And it does have some illustrations on the inside as well, and I was really excited to have this particular version in my collection. I got Frost Like Night. This is by Sarah Rosh. It's not Rash. Rosh? Raish. I don't know how to say her name. I have the first 2 books, which is Snow Like Ashes and then Ice Like Fire, and this is Frost Like Night, which I believe is the last one in the trilogy. I'm not 100% sure if this is actually the end, but I believe it is just the 3 books, so this should be the last one. I had the first 2. I had found them for pretty cheap. This one was, I don't think on a discounted shelf, but then it was 20% off, and I figured I would pick it up. I'm sure I could have probably found it cheaper somewhere else, but I'm an immediate gratification kind of a person, so I saw it, I wanted it, I got it. So I also got A Shadow Bright and Burning by Jessica Klaus? I don't know. But this is about a female sorcerer. Apparently she's like the first female sorcerer in ages. Just says ages. I don't know how long, but she's a female sorcerer and she has to defeat some deep, dark evil. Again, I'm sure I could have waited and picked it up a little bit cheaper somewhere else. Don't know too much about this book. This says that it's the first book in the Fire series, so obviously this is going to be at least a duology, if not more. And I figured I would give this one a try because it looked pretty interesting. It has elemental magic. She can control fire. Seemed pretty cool, so I got it. Next up is a series that I was really excited about, and that is the Grisha trilogies. And if you have seen my, what is it called, mid-year book freakout tag, which went up recently, went up on Tuesday, then you've already seen a spoiler of this because I said that I was really looking forward to reading it. This is by Leigh Bardugo, and this is the same world as Six of Crows. This is her Grisha universe, and this is a series that came before Six of Crows, about the same world but a different series. So this follows the magicians and the magic part of that world. So this is Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. So I'm very, very excited to give these 3 a try. I really enjoyed Leigh Bardugo's Six of Crows. I've already ordered the Crooked Kingdom book. That came out today as I'm filming, so I've ordered that. It should be to me soon, and I'm really excited to read more from her because I really, really enjoy her. And then, because there is ridiculous amounts of acclaim for this book and so many people love it, I have not seen the TV series. I know that it was made into a TV series, but this is Diana Gabaldon's. This is her Outlander novel. I believe there's follow-up novels to this, but this is like the OG of the Outlander series, and people go bananas for it. So I figured I would pick it up. It's one of those big floppy books that just lays open so you can read it. I love that. So I'm very, very excited to have this in my collection. It feels like a winter read to me. It's just like one of those big hearty books that you want to be reading in the winter when you're all curled up with some tea or something. So I will give that one a read. And that was everything for my actual in-store purchases at Barnes & Noble. So next we can move on to the orders that I placed online. So first up, I have a couple of these little tiny mailers. Ooh, what came in this? I got a bookmark. It's a book depository. This is a creative coloring book for grown-ups. This is just a coloring bookmark, number 6 of 8. Did I get one of my other books? I did. Guys, oh, shut your mouth. Come on. Is this for real? I'm obsessed with adult coloring books. I have an entire slew of adult coloring books. Maybe I'll do a show and tell with all my coloring books. But I got a ton of these. Like, I don't know how many are in this set. This is 7 of 8. This is 6 of 8. I think these are all, this one is 1 of 8. This one is 8 of 8. So I got almost all of them. But I love these adult coloring books. I'm going to absolutely color some of these bookmarks and use them in my books. I love this idea. That is so cool. And Book Depository gave me a huge stack of them, so that is awesome. I cannot wait. Laurel K. Hamilton wrote the Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. I enjoyed the first number of books in that series, and then it started to get a little bit out of control, but in general, I still kept reading them because they were still fun and I was invested in the characters, and you just have to appreciate it for what it is. And one of the things that I do enjoy about her is that even though they're very, very hypersexualized, the women in her books are very sexually empowered. Meredith, who is in this series, and Anita are both using sex to enhance their magical powers, and they're very unapologetic about it. I appreciate that in a female lead. This is definitely new adult, not young adult, but I did enjoy the Anita Blake series for what it was, which was just a fun, smutty read. So I figured I would try this series. I got the first book as an ebook. That was, I believe, A Kiss of Shadows, and this follows Meredith, and Meredith is Fae, and there's a big Fae battle between the courts, and she's the lost princess. She returns home and danger ensues. So this was the follow-up novel. I figured I would pick it up in paperback. I didn't want to invest in a hardback for it. And then I got Tahira Mafi. This is The Shatter Me, and this is an entire series that almost everybody on BookTube has spoken about, so I figured I would pick it up. I am very excited about it, and I legitimately know nothing about it. So the back of it says that Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon, but she has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering the strength to fight back. I think I did order the other books in this series, so hopefully they're in this box that I still have to unbox. If not, they're on their way. And next up is the big box. I'm gonna just find my scissors. They're somewhere on this table full of mayhem. Oh my gosh. Oh, guys. I got more bookmarks. Seriously? It shouldn't make me that happy, but it makes me genuinely happy. We have Unravel Me and Ignite Me, and I don't know where these fall in the trilogy. I don't know their order. I'm pretty sure it's just these 3 books. I'm not sure, but I am very, very excited to dive into these. Tahira Mafi has a lot of buzz here on BookTube, and I've never read anything by her yet. Then I got All the Light We Cannot See. This is by Anthony Dewar. So I think this is, yes, this is about the Nazis' occupation of France, and this has so much buzz on BookTube. It is not a genre that I'm usually interested in. Anything about World War II or the Nazis or Nazi occupation. It's not usually something that interests me, but apparently this has a very gripping story, so I am excited to give this one a read, and we shall see. It probably will not go to the top of my TBR, but this was the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Fiction in 2015, so it obviously is a very good book, and I am excited to eventually get around to reading it. Then this one I found, and this was, I want to say, just like a couple dollars, and I have not heard anything about it, but this is Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, right? Rupi Kaur. And this is a New York Times bestseller, and I believe these are more poems. They are. So these are singular poems, short little poems with artwork, and as somebody who wrote a lot of poetry when they were in high school, and as somebody who included poetry in her book that she published, I was really interested to give this one a try. So it says on the back, "This is the journey of surviving through poetry. This is the blood, sweat, tears of 21 years. This is my heart in your hands. This is the hurting, the loving, the breaking, the healing." How do you not get something that says that? Probably going to be a pretty quick read, but I don't want to read it all the way straight through. I want to kind of enjoy them one at a time and think on them. And then I'm sure I'll have a review on this soon because I'm very intrigued by it. Another book that I have heard so much about, this is The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. And I don't know anything about this other than I have seen this cover more times than I can count. Everybody has seemed to love it. Oh, this is the one. This is the one about a girl that has feathers, and I don't know why. She's got wings, and apparently it has obviously some magical realism because this is a girl with wings out of her back and how she has to deal and cope with that. I think it's a journey of self-discovery and self-love, and just thought it sounded like a really great story. I'm sorry. And this is by Leslie Walton, and I cannot wait to read it. Last but not least, you guys, I got An Ember in the Ashes. This is by Saba Tahir, and this is another, I believe, high fantasy. I think she creates her own world, and I don't know very much about this other than, again, everybody is talking about it. And I know that the second book just came out recently, which I believe is A Torch in the Night, I believe, and everybody has lost their minds over it, so I wanted to give the first one a try. And again, I've been getting a lot of the paperbacks just because they're easier for me to travel with and take on the go to read, and frankly, without a lot of space up on my bookshelf, they're easier for me to store personally, so I will probably be getting a lot more paperbacks than hardback copies for a while. So I had totally forgotten about two books that had come in a previous book depository order that I had unboxed because I wasn't sure what they were, and I forgot to mention them in my book haul, so these get added in as well. And that is two books by Colleen Hoover. So again, if you have been anywhere on the BookTube, you know that Colleen Hoover is huge in the new adult romance genre. So I picked up the two books that I felt like had the best reviews, because not all of them had fantastic reviews. This is Ugly Love, again, Colleen Hoover, and I don't know anything about it. And then It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So these are two of her books. I haven't read anything by her before. These seem like pretty easy, quick, fun reads when I just don't want to think, or if I'm decompressing from a book that was super emotional or really heavy. So I figured I would give these two a try. If you have any other Colleen Hoover books that you love, or if one of these is your favorite, let me know, and I will add that to the top of my TBR list for Colleen. That is everything from my book depository and Barnes & Noble's order. Honestly, I'm not sure if I'm more excited about the bookmarks or the books, but I think it's a little bit of both, and I'm super excited about it. I would say that this is like birthday money, or people gave me stuff, gift cards for Barnes & Noble's, but they didn't. I just treated myself to a whole bunch of books as my birthday present to myself. So that's what I'm going with. And if you follow me at my makeup channel, you know my most recent makeup haul that I told myself I was buying myself a whole bunch of makeup also for my birthday. So apparently I treat myself very, very well. But that has been my end of September book haul, as well as my birthday month book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know which one of these books you would be most excited to read, which one of these books, if you did read it, was your favorite. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to click that thumbs up and subscribe button, and I will see you in my next video. Can I start reading all of these right now? Smutty fantasy novel, meh, it gets me going sometimes. That's not what I want to say. Jules. Ah, I did it! You can't see me though. But I did it! Bye!